And now to the college protests that have been unfolding for more than a week and now spreading to even more local campuses.
It's happening as many schools wrap up classes and look forward to commencement. And already at one school, they're now changing their ceremonies. We have team coverage of the demonstrations. CBS 2's Christine Sloan standing by at Princeton. At City College of New York, students have set up a new encampment, but we start with CBS 2's Bauman at Columbia. She's there live as a deadline is approaching fast. Allie.
That's right, Dick and Christine. The university president here says that if her administration cannot reach an agreement with student protesters by tomorrow morning, then she will consider alternative options for clearing that encampment. Now, this is the final week of classes at Columbia in the semester, and we spoke to students who say that the unrest has already hampered their schoolwork, and they're hoping order is restored at least by graduation. On one side of Columbia University's lawn, student protesters remain defiant in a tent encampment, while on the other side, preparations are slowly underway for graduation.
I don't even know there's going to be a graduation. That's part of the problem.
School officials are in negotiations with pro-Palestinian demonstrators who insist they will stay until the university agrees to their demands of financial divestment from companies that do business with Israel.
This is the story of thousands of students who don't want their tuition dollars to aid in the collective punishment and mass murder of Palestinians.
The 9 consecutive days of campus demonstrations have forced some courses to go remote in the final week of classes. Now the administration will also allow students to take final exams virtually if they request it.
I left campus because I didn't feel safe, and it was also the holiday of Passover.
Andrew Stein and Jonathan Lederer just returned to school after they say they were assaulted during a protest on campus over the weekend.
Someone threw a rock at my head, so I was physically assaulted on campus, and NYPD couldn't come on campus. Public safety was nowhere to be seen.
After House Speaker Mike Johnson said Wednesday that he believes the National Guard should be called in if the encampment isn't cleared soon, Mayor Eric Adams strongly disagreed on CBS News New York.
We're controlling this in the New York City Police Department. No one does it better. We do not need the National Guards.
Now, Governor Hochul, who has the power to call in the National Guard, said earlier this week that she does not think it is necessary to deploy them here. And we've just learned this afternoon that a group of students here at Columbia have filed a federal civil rights complaint against the university, demanding an investigation into allegations of discrimination against Palestinian students. Meantime, the U.S. Secretary of Education says his office is investigating complaints of anti-Semitism at campuses across the country. We're live in Morningside Heights. Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Allie, thank you. A pro-Palestinian encampment went up today at the City College of New York in Harlem. College officials there saying that they're working to determine whether these protesters are affiliated with the CUNY system. City College adds it is committed to the principles of free speech, but that any protest must remain peaceful, non-threatening, and devoid of hatred.
CBS 2's Christine Sloan is live at Princeton, where students started an encampment this morning. Christine.
Well, Dick, I must say that encampment did not go up because Princeton University is strictly enforcing its rules while allowing free expression of speech. Pro-Palestinian students dancing and chanting at Princeton University. But earlier in the day, several students tried to set up an encampment, bringing about a half a dozen tents in violation of the school's policy. University officials say after warnings from the Department of Public Safety, some students voluntarily took their tents down, but that 2 graduate students who didn't comply were arrested for trespassing.
These students were then evicted immediately from their campus housing, given only 5 minutes to clear out their belongings that they needed, and barred from entering campus.
Jewish students say what pro-Palestinian students call a liberation zone has been a zone of anti-Semitism.
Anti-Semitism is calling for the destruction of the state of Israel. Anti-Semitism is calling for from the river to the sea. Anti-Semitism is calling for globalizing the Intifada. These are chants that call for the genocide of the Jewish people.
Like other universities across the nation, pro-Palestinian students protesting the Hamas-Israel war are demanding the elite university divest from Israeli companies.
As Princeton students, we can recognize that this institution is deeply connected to our privilege and deeply connected to what is wrong with the world.
Rabbi Eitan Webb from Chabad says Jewish students on campus won't allow demonstrations to define them.
There are so many Jewish students walking around on this campus who I see out and proud with Stars of David, and they know who they are. They know what their identity is.
So this protest behind me started at 7 o'clock this morning. As you can see, students are still on the lawn. Now, lawmakers say under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act, Jewish students have a right to a safe environment when they learn, and that federal funding can be pulled from universities if they don't comply. Here at Princeton, they have sort of been working together to make sure everything is peaceful. As for those 2 students who were arrested, the university says that there will be a process to determine if they will be suspended. We are live in Princeton, New Jersey. Christine Sloan, CBS 2 News.
Christine, thank you. And this just into our newsroom. The University of Southern California has canceled its main stage graduation ceremony over ongoing protests on its campus there. It comes just one day after police arrested more than 90 protesters. The university says that it will still host dozens of other commencement events, including traditional individual ceremonies, so that students can cross a stage and receive their diplomas. On our website, you can find our previous coverage of the protests unfolding across different colleges and much more. Find it at cbsnewyork.com.